Flags everywhere, yeah.
Goes fourth, or does he?
Mia's back in ninth. His front row lap must have gone. John Mir all the... so far in this opening qualifying session with Nakagami.
Marquez crew all, I think they've picked the victim as
here riders.
Marquez is a great stat by MotoGP statistician Thomas Morslino. Here we go then, this is what we like.
Well, that was brilliant. Jack Miller there looking straight over to Mark. He knows exactly what Mark wants to do as well.
Well, he knew it was coming, didn't he? Because he's seen exactly how Mark
there at Mark. Mark does exactly the same thing. Here we go.
Yeah, how much are you going to pay?
Come on. Catalunya seeing the funny side of that. And Davide Tardozzi, Jack Miller is just... It's impossible not to. Normally it would probably want to be the other way around. Jack himself then doesn't mind one bit. They drop down the hill around these last few turns.
To be involved in the mind games, is he? Or is he?
Oh, that didn't go right. Mark got that one wrong.
He was pretty gunning out of turn 13, didn't you? So he was trying to get that drive down out of the final corner and to try and break the toe from Marc Marquez. He's basically shot himself in the foot last week, and this session and the Marquez psychological warfare compromised his entire weekend.
And he's basically saying to Marc Marquez, well, if you can toe a line along with this, then fine.
Catch me if you can.
Be my guest. Hang in to surely go into P1. No, he doesn't. He goes second. Paul Espargaro betters that as well. He then goes second. Marquez, he was barrel rolling through the gravel trap. Here he is at this corner, at the in the middle part of FP4.
Brilliant. Reminder to KTM that he's got some talent in this MotoGP World Championship. As Pit Mara said to Simon FP4, we know.
Hey, Martin. Now that would be some show, wouldn't it? Right at the back of the picture behind and Bastianini, that gets wrong.
Jack's got it wrong.
Crossed up into
9. Jorge Martin, the last time he qualified, it was sensational. It was on pole position in Doha. He then went to in a clear air behind the name of Bastianini's Ducati. Is Martin going up into the top 2? He certainly is, a 1:39.714.
End of this one, or does he push for another lap after it went wrong at turn 10? A nervous-looking Francesco Guidotti there. You can't ask for any worse qualifying for him in years, but he is on a decent lap at the moment. He's up in sector 1. He's got his LCR Honda teammate Alex.
So he's to run a little bit wide. Oh, he's backed out of it. Nakagami's rolled out of it through turn 9. Well, at the moment, 2 men in the top 2 places who were not really registering on anybody's radar. He looks like he's got it all neat and tidy. Is Miller going into the top 2? Oh, he is. He's top 39.55. That's just what...
Now, Martin, Paul Espargaro, Marc Marquez follow in 3rd, 4th and 5th. So there is Iker. Great job.
And Jorge Martin of just under a 10.5. Jorge Martin, given his physical condition and given the fact that at the end in his couple of Grand Prix appearances right at the start of the season on soft tyres, how good he is. He was always the king of qualifying in Moto.
Macuona readying himself with his Tech 3 KTM teammate Danilo Petrucci to head out for another go. Marc Marquez then, does he stay?
Right now, isn't it? Unfortunately for HRC, Repsol Honda men both trying to find their way out of the opening qualifying session. New soft tyre, 2/10 between Paul Espargaro's best time yesterday in time attack mode and his previous best during the...
To stay out for an extra lap. He's obviously entered pit lane a little late here, so the Ducati team will put a brand new soft in there. Here is a replay on that flying lap then of Thriller Miller, a 39.5.
You know, the fingers rubbing together for the toe, so he might as well get 2 out of it, right?
2 for the price of 1, yeah.
To 3 back in 2014. That went the way of Alex Marquez. They've never always seen eye to eye, those two. Here he goes.
He's got a big smile on his face there, is Jack.
Jack would have known it was coming.
There is Iker Lecuona behind Nakagami. Nakagami's got to find a time right now. He'd start 20th on the grid. Here is the Idemitsu LCR.
Fairly hefty tumble at turn 5 as well at the end of FP4 to regain his composure and his confidence as well. As Pit Mara mentioned.
Challenged Miller and...
Oh, he's down.
He's down again,
You saw that.
and that's a big, big fast crash.
Whoa. the front, you could see it. He's just finds so hard to eradicate. He's fast, but he's a frequent faller as well. Valentino Rossi relieved, not good enough both to trouble the top two places right now.
Across the line in the background there, you can see Miller then about to start another time attack. And he then rolls out of it, and likewise Marc Marquez. He knows that at the moment he's in the best position, Jack Miller.
Marc Marquez, he doesn't like doing this. He says it's on the limit of the rules, but it's not against the rules.
And by guys, just something to keep an eye out for, especially for turn 10, which they've just passed. When you try to put a lap together perfectly, at front fork, you see Jack's front fork bottom, and then it picks the rear off the ground, and they can't stop. So it's such a fine line to put a lap
for Nakagami, which will put pressure on Miller and Co. for their last flying lap. Here comes Nakagami. He goes fastest at 39.347. Excellent.
Nakagami, because he knows now that lap from Nakagami's pushed him out of the top two. It was always going to be a big ask. Having crashed so heavily at turn 9, 2 or 3 tends to nudge this man Jack Miller out of the top two. Miller leaving nothing to chance. Now then, Marc Marquez may
flash through sector 2.
8 or 9 riders, Steve, have had fastest first sectors on this last flying lap. This tire as well there.
Yeah, here we go then up to turn 10, where Simon Crafar was just mentioning can go wrong so easily. Jack Miller has already got it wrong through here, but Mark,
and at the moment he's getting dragged around to a potential place in Q2. Miller and Marquez drop down the hill, attacking to Q2. Will it be Miller Marquez? Espargaro goes into second. Miller hangs on to top spot with a 39.153.
A good effort from Jorge Martin. He's 5th. Jack Miller there, just saying, yeah, I'll put the invoice in the post, but he has cares to get through into Q2. He'll sting a little.
Clever, wasn't he, really? Because Paul just made it look slightly less obvious than Mark. He knew exactly what...
And Marc Marquez.
And Jack Miller advances through to Q2 just as he would have wanted. A 39.15 on the circuit between Miller and Marc Marquez. Quite a comical exchange as well. Both teams and top 5 in most cars peeling out onto the circuit together. Missing the fastest one of the lot, Fabio Quartararo. Just waiting patiently. Good to see Valentino late on this morning when he went to time attack mode, found some serious pace and got himself up into the top 4. He'd be very, very welcome, particularly for Joan Mir, who has not been higher than 9th place so far this year. He's sort of always locked
a victory in Moto2, where he really burst onto the scene in 2018. That might be the Petronas garage and Jake Dixon, and both Jake and Fabio seem to have formed a bit of brotherly pole position at the end of this. There is Valentino Rossi up behind Franco Morbidelli.
Back in FP4, it was a big margin. He was well over 4 tenths quicker than his teammate Maverick Vignales. What can he do, the Frenchman? He's been a frequent front row starter as well so far this year. You'll know that trying to keep Quartararo at bay. Zarco and Naya tried to disrupt Quartararo's early rhythm. 6th in the World Championship. He struggled of late, the Spanish rider. He's never in his Yamaha.
And Rossi, that's how they were at the end of FP3, which just helped Valentino Rossi get himself into this very session.
The funny side of that little moment, but Vignales then will set the reference lap time. It's a 42.3.
Fabio Quartararo's first attempt.
Yeah, blown away to say the least. Quartararo immediately clicking into it and be comfortably clear of Aleix Espargaro's 39.834 Monster Energy Yamaha.
Rossi, let's get Quartararo over the line then. Yellow flags will be out. P1 for Quartararo, 39.3.
So Valentino Rossi has gone down at turn 4. Of course, leaves him with just one bike and
make it potentially a Yamaha lockout for the time being of the front row here in Barcelona. Vignales does go second, Morbidelli goes fastest.
Aleix Espargaro again knocking right on the door of that front row for Aprilia. A 39.554 from him.
Off.
Front row lap that was. Front row gone for Bagnaia, no question. He would have known that. He'd have known he'd have struck. Turn 14, winds the power on that factory Yamaha, and he takes top spot back with a 38.853.
We didn't see the crash, we're about to though. There it is to background. That was more towards the exit of turn 4. Row 2 would be Aleix Espargaro, Binder and Oliveira, the 2 factory KTMs and the Aprilia. That would be an excellent job for all 3 if they stay. No time set as yet for Paul Espargaro now. That's Fabio Quartararo getting upset about that. It's rear spinning up. Something like that. That's what it looks like he's signalling. Anyway, something about Joan Mir for us.
Is on those same swing arms, you know, as Rins had at Mugello. But what I did, the reason for telling you this is end of FP4, they put a different one in, or that is, you know, difficult for me to tell the difference, or sometimes they crack because there's
progress. He's 8th at the moment. This is the lap that was just cancelled from Pecco Bagnaia. In fact, Mir's lap was cancelled.
He's surrounded by Ducatis and KTMs, which are rocket ships in the start-finish straight. See him pitting out of the pit lane for another attack. Improving a 41.692, but it will not be easy. It's never. He will know that Quartararo, Morbidelli and the like will have another chance to maybe bolt away.
Here's Spargaro seen so far. Vinales has been given a box call on his outlap. I wonder why that is. Unless that's a new signal, just to let him know that he's being
Miller and Marc Marquez in Q1 to get into the top 2. Now he's looking for a bit of brotherly love here as well from Aleix Espargaro ahead of him.
Jan Pole behind him.
I don't think Maverick Vinales. 3 daddies in MotoGP altogether at the moment.
Pol Espargaro eggs up, and that's 1 lap gone.
Franco Morbidelli, can he do anything about Quartararo's 38?
3 minutes left of this session. Nobody can get close to Quartararo. Joan Mir is positioned well to potentially get his best qualifying of the year. He's behind Bagnaia on circuit. It's paying off. We need to see also, of course, he crashed out already. This could put Rossi on the front 2 rows, and that would be quite a salvage job. Jack Miller, Mir's third
ahead of him. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be Joan Mir's first ever pro start in MotoGP. What a bonus that's to go in Barcelona.
Here comes Jack Miller then out of the final corner. He's wrestling that Ducati. Binder goes forward. Oliveira second. Miller now goes to second. He's coming out of the final corner.
Oh, Miller's gone down. He's had a big crash there coming out of turn 3.
He's okay. He's okay. Now, is there going to be a change here? Oh, Pol Espargaro has now gone down.
This is
so
yellow flags
are going to be out
everywhere, yeah.
Goes 4th, or does he?
Mir's back in 9th. His front row lap must have gone. Joan Mir all the...
Miguel Oliveira, what a ride he's having. Currently on the front row. His last front row, of course, pole at home, but again moving.
Fabio Quartararo then. No, it's gone for him. He's backed out of it into turn 10. So it looks like... And there is the checkered flag. Let's have a quick look at the timing screens. Oliveira and Zarco are still pushing.
Zarco's still got
back into turn 10. Just about pulls it up though. Look at the time he's lost in that 3rd sector. Not good enough for Bagnaia the mix now. Vinales was on the front row for quite some time. We thought we were going to have a Yamaha lockout on that front row. So a big 50 metres in. He's deep now into the 4th split. The Ducati doesn't turn particularly well in those last 3 right-handers, but he's got about a 1/10 of a second to play
from the Frenchman. But this time, all on his own. Here he comes.
No, he's not done it. Lost a lot of time in the 4th sector. Zarco picks his way through to the front row.
Oh,
picks his way through.
Was that
well
on the flying lap? Up Brad Binder into turn 10.
He's going to be the big bookie's favourite. An eventful Saturday afternoon for Jack Miller.
Rhythm that I think will be difficult to fight against, but if we can be constant enough for the podium, it will be nice.
Excited for tomorrow's race, especially now starting from front row. I think it's going to be crucial for tomorrow's race, and hopefully we'll be able to take it to Fabio.
I think that it's giving a boost for everyone. So thanks to the team, thanks for everyone, and let's enjoy the race for tomorrow.